How's it going, beautiful people of Instagram? This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, once again coming to you here from the art studio. And today is, I was supposed to do Mindset Monday, but I was working all night. And I overslept. So I've been working a lot on some projects and whatnot, and I happened to carry it on throughout the night and the morning. And well, I didn't get to do the Mindset Monday at noon. And also, it's been a little funny. It's been a little funky this morning because I'm like, man, I gotta talk to people about Mindset Monday and how to keep the right mindset and whatnot. But I haven't, honey. I haven't kept the right mindset. No. I've been working on it. And I don't think that it's been bad. I think it's been more like a bit frustrating, I think. Right. And I have to get to a more positive place.
Yeah.
Huh.
I agree. Totally.
Right? So here's what's happened, guys, okay?
I'll come sit with you right now.
You gotta grab a chair, babe.
Okay.
So here's what's happened, guys. I like to participate in Facebook groups and talk to artists and see maybe what's the things that are pressing some artists, and trying to get some feedback as to what is pressing, right? What is pressing artists, because I know what was pressing me when I was starting. I know the things that were challenging for me when I was starting, before I became a full-time artist. And there were certain things that were challenging. A lot of things, actually. Mostly was mindset. A lot of it was bad attitude, of course, right? Part of the mindset. And a whole other thing was not having the right information. Having very bad information, right? I had a lot of bad information because it's just the name of the game, right? It's just not the name of the game, but it's just what happens. You start going as an artist, and you start doing your thing, and what happens is that we go wide on our information. We'll tend to listen to just about everyone. We'll tend to listen to the auntie, to the mom, to the dad, to the friend, to the mom and pop gallery shop. We tend to listen to everyone, or just about every YouTuber or every person, and we don't really know or dig back a little bit to see what their fruits are. Are they really authorities on the subject? Meaning, for example, just a second, guys.
I got it.
Okay, this is something else. So it's something else. It's all right. I was calling from Vegas. I'm gonna have to get back to that person. So as I was saying, there's different things pressing us, right? There's different things pressing us. And when I became a full-time artist, I started noticing that there were things that were pressing me, but because of lack of knowledge, right? Lack of knowledge. There's a lot of people out there talking about it, and I didn't know whether they were authorities on the subject or not, what their fruits were. For example, if I wanted to be a professional YouTuber, I can't talk to someone who's maybe doing millions of dollars selling artwork, but know nothing about YouTube, right? And vice versa. If I want to make income selling artwork, I can't go talk to a YouTuber who's maybe has 1 million followers on YouTube, but knows nothing about selling artwork, right? Doesn't know how to monetize. So you have to find out who their authority is. And with that being said, I was like, well, I'm going to start sharing some of my videos on this.
Sharing what we've learned, what we've recorded.
What we've learned and what we've recorded, and my process on these Facebook pages to try. My wife is going to join me right now. To try to maybe shine a little bit of light for those people that are having a hard time getting off taking their careers, right, their art careers to another level, maybe a little reminder for those that already are taking off, and Hey
everyone,
who's this? Auntie Abdullah. How's it going? Hello, sir. Good to see you. I love your humor and the way you talk. Fan of yours. Awesome.
Well, he needs a fan this morning.
I need a fan this morning.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
I had fans, but I had a see, what happens is I started sharing some of the content on different places other than YouTube. I started sharing them on Facebook groups and Facebook groups of artists. And what I started noticing was that the vast majority of people were starting to get caught up on the format.
They were getting caught up on the minutia.
The minutia, yeah.
You know, it doesn't look a certain way. You're laughing too much.
Right. The video is too long.
It's too long.
I was sharing
sideways.
I was sharing three common mistakes that artists do when presenting their work, right?
Which was focused on the minutia was one of them.
Right.
And it was literally like
the
thing
that was 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
Focusing on the minutia.
Yeah.
I remember we were like, we're gonna do an extra push.
But you know, the thing is, beyond that, so you had a lot of pushback of people telling you that the video was wrong, this was wrong, that was wrong, and you felt like it knocked you out of your mindset.
It did, yeah, it did because I felt that I spend so much time focusing on content. It's kind of like when I do the videos on YouTube, right?
Right.
I'll do videos where I show people, look, this is my process, this is how I paint, and blah blah blah. And then I'll get some wise guy or gal be like, your lighting is off, or the video you're using doesn't really show the painting correctly.
Right.
You know, and stuff like that. And I'm like,
but the reality is, and we talked a lot about mindset this weekend,
right,
because we find how important it is to re-energize ourselves and keep ourselves in that positive mindset. It was like a huge flashing red reminder,
yeah,
of what not to focus on.
Right.
Because you always talk about, you just got to get it done. You just got to get out there. You got to put yourself out there and not be afraid of being rejected or being told that it's wrong.
Yeah.
Because
definitely,
it's just so important to
keep the mindset correct.
To keep, putting yourself out there.
Well, the thing is that if you wait for people's blessings, here's part of the message today, guys. If you wait for people's blessings, if you are going to wait for people to be like, dude, I love that. The format was on, the content was on, it was precise, it was well said, well spoken, you got it down. If I wait for that, I may never get started, or I may work on that and then miss out on other things.
Yeah.
Right? Miss out on other things, which is produce artwork, produce commissions, and on and on and on, other facets, right?
Totally.
So I'm like, how can I get the content done? And this is something that I've learned from one of my mentors, Guy Cardone. How can you get the content done and regardless of the format, and then work on the format later? He talks about how I'm sorry, Annie.
The format comes as you go.
It's something you develop.
It's something you develop,
but it's what
and it's
most
something
people
you
get caught
become
up in.
better at. And that goes back to the perfectionism that you and I always fight ourselves with, is that need to be, like, you're not going to be there. The whole thing is that you're working towards getting there, wherever there is. And people always have it backwards, that you're going to be there first.
Right.
And then figure it out. But getting there is figuring it out first.
Absolutely.
And so there is it's just perfectionism and procrastination.
Well, perfectionism is procrastination.
Right.
And people get offended when I say this, but I'm not saying it like to be in a tower of judgment and be like, you are a perfectionist. And no, the reason I'm saying is because I know that I suffer from that too.
Absolutely.
And I have to work on
it.
If I didn't suffer from this, I would be in a whole other place.
It's a stopper.
How
many times did you and I talk about it this weekend, about like how we recognize those are stoppers that keep us from getting from point A to C.
Yeah. Like the reason why most people are not getting their artwork.
And I didn't forget B. I just meant that.
Yeah.
You're kind of getting towards B and now you're ready for C.
Right. And again, the reason why most people that I've talked to and that I know and that I see online, one of the reasons why most people don't get their artwork, handled, like they don't start creating sales and getting their work out, out into the marketplace. One of the reasons is because you're trying to please yourself.
Absolutely.
You're trying to please yourself. And if you're trying to please yourself, because you're really trying to please others through yourself, right? Or you're trying to please yourself through others, whatever, right?
Right.
Like you're like, please give me your blessing. The reality is that whatever stage you are, there is an audience for that. You know, you could be the worst blogger, and there's an audience for that. I happen to be. I feel like I'm one of the worst bloggers, and I've been creating an audience.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are like, I hate the way you do things, and the audience is growing. I don't know why. Maybe some people are like, well, let me remove the trash, right, and take the content that this guy's doing.
Absolutely.
Right, and it's the same thing with the artwork, right? If you feel like your artwork is not going out there, you know, you may be spending a lot of time trying to perfect the artwork. The mindset is off. You're trying to please yourself because how many times have I had people walk in the studio and be like, man, stop working on it. I love it the way it is.
Yes.
Give it to me. Sell it to me.
Yes.
And I find out that when I overwork on something, really I'm trying to please myself. You know? And I don't think that there's anything wrong with striving for more. But there is that fine line when you start pleasing yourself and you're just really trying to entertain your mind as opposed to getting something done.
Right.
You know,
absolutely,
and that is the fork, right? Are you going to go please your mind? Are you gonna have like a mind death, or are you going to get something done?
Right.
And you know, one of the things that I tell myself when I'm going into this art studio is like, dude, do it happy, do it in peace, do it quick, right? Work, don't sit there, but most importantly, get it done.
Right.
Like the aim is to get it done. The aim is not to work on it.
Absolutely.
You know. So when I created these video blogs, and I'm like, I'm going to share them in other platforms. I started noticing that people were like, dude, I don't like blah blah blah. You take too long. You are blah blah blah. You're all over the place and whatnot. And it's like, dude, like, can we remove all of that? You know. And just focus on the content.
What's funny is there a physical verbalization of the things that we fight about in our mind.
Right.
I've told you this before, that it's funny when you read the comments and you read the feedback, those are the main things that we're worried about. It's like
muy guapo.
Someone said they don't like him saying that about his hair and touching his hair.
I'm good looking. What can I say? What can I do?
No, but what I'm saying is that a lot of times that pushback is more a play on mindset. That pushback is more of a learning lesson for us to say, you know, these are the negative things that I tell myself, and I still have to push past it.
Right.
Because it's shown up in the real world, not just in my mind,
right,
but it's shown up in the real world, and I know that this is a stopper, and I know that this isn't that this doesn't mean that this is not good enough,
right,
that I should stop. Well, but it's another form of trying to get me to stop, and I have to learn that this is okay,
right,
and that I need to keep moving.
And by the way,
I need to keep
by the way, the criticism doesn't mean that it's not true. Okay?
No, it doesn't.
The videos are not good. The videos are raw. The lighting is off. The audio might be off. The presentation,
we're using window lights. So
the presentation, the my hair is not on point. I may be talking about my hair too much because I got good hair. Look at that. Just look at it.
Maybe because it's sticking up.
Yeah, and whatever, you know. That doesn't mean that I don't know that.
Right, but what I'm saying is that it's a reminder to still push through, because we have to push through our own noise and then push through someone else's
other noise.
Right.
You're always pushing through noise,
and that's the fear, right? The fear that keeps us in a negative mindset, and the fear that keeps us from pushing forward and achieving our goal is the fear of criticism.
Right.
Because we're already criticizing ourselves. We are our worst critic.
Oh my God! If someone could just like put a speaker on my mind, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Stop this! You suck. And then I have to be like, no. I have to like jump out and be like, no, I know I'm good. But you have those moments where you're like, dude, what are you doing? You suck. Your blogs are off. Your content is off. I get people emailing me telling me, dude, you have a lot of typos on your articles, and like stuff like that. And I'm like, man, like, why are you focusing on that? Maybe I just.
But do you find that you're telling yourself, why am I focusing on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Because
it's not about them. It's about you and your mindset.
That's exactly it.
Right.
That's exactly it. I found myself arguing with them and trying to prove them that it's the content, not the format.
Right.
Because
you're really trying to prove to yourself that it's your content,
it's the content
and not the format.
Because I'm trying to be like, sooner or later, I'll get the format right. as well as the content. But let me get the content out first.
One day we're going to look super professional, guys.
Dude, we're going to glow. We're going to glow.
We're going to glow up, and you're going to be like, this is the best pod blog / Instagram live I've ever seen. We're going to show up in like suits and
it'll be like Chip and Joanne. I'm going to look like Brad Pitt.
It'll be like season 3 of The Hills. When like they all glowed up, and I was like, these girls look so good. I promise, guys, we're working on that. But yeah, no, that's what I'm telling you. It's like your mind chatter has all of a sudden shown up in the real world, and it's going to make you fearful to keep going and to keep pushing through.
Right, because that's what I was thinking today. I was like, man, should I even be sharing my process with people anymore? Because like they get stuck on the format, and I feel like the format is so important, but it's so time consuming. But I just need to spill it out and then get it right.
But this is where we're going to learn.
This is where we're going to
strengthen the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to have thick skin, by the way. Because the criticism is harsh.
Yeah.
And today I woke up like with like over 100, messages of just like hard criticism.
He was talking to me about it at 3 a.m.
And what do you call it when it hits back?
Yeah. Pushback
from the stuff that I wrote, right? I'm like, man, you don't know what you're talking about, So I got into it, right? And then I was like, man, why am I doing this? Like I should be creating more content right now. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think? We're trying to be as real as possible here because I feel like it's a process.
People talk about mindset, like, and I've told you this. Was it the chicken or the egg? Right?
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that it's mindset. Mindset comes first.
For sure.
And so it's so deeply important that we work on that.
The thing is that I come from a school of thought that you do first and then you figure it out later, right? And I've always been a proponent of that. The thing is that if you're not positive at all stages, it's very difficult to do anything.
Right.
And this is one of the things that my wife has keep talking to me about. Dude, you got to be positive. You got to be positive because I'll fall off the wagon and be like, dude, what are you talking about? You don't even know what you're talking about, man. I'm like, just type away and be like, I'll be like arguing my point of view, and I'm like, and then I have to like step back and be like, oh man, like what am I doing?
It's all about the mindset.
It's all about the mindset. So this happens to me. It doesn't happen to me often. So don't think that if you like say something negative, I'm gonna jump on it and be like trying to protect my ego. But it does happen to me. So I'm trying to be real here with you guys and trying to share with you guys, look, this stuff still happens to me where I fall off the wagon and I'm like, man, like, what is it? I'm trying to push, I'm trying to work. And I feel like I hit this place where there's pushback and now I have to complain.
Yeah, right? But I think the biggest insight was the one that I just told you. It's literally learning to push past that criticism because it's our own criticism and it's just showing itself. It's like you're being tested and you have to push past the test.
Yeah, and it's just the world. It's one of my mentors says, dude, if you don't show yourself and stand for something, whatever you are, whatever your message is, nothing's going to happen. And if you do, you're going to get all the pushback.
Right.
Because it's like a song, right? It's like, dude, I heard that song again on the radio today for 5 times. This is what people are telling me.
I swore I would never like Taylor Swift, and when 1989 came out, I made him drive me to Target day of to purchase it.
Yeah.
It's once you listen to it over and over.
People are afraid of that. It's the resistance.
You submit. You buy into the product and to what it is that person wants you to see.
Exactly. People will see me on people will see me here, they'll see me on Facebook, or they'll see me on LinkedIn, or YouTube, or whatever. And they'll be like, dude, I've seen you too much already. I'm tired of seeing you. Really what that means is not that they're tired of seeing me, is that I don't want to buy into your message.
Right.
Because I know that if I continue to listen to you, sooner or later I'm going to start finding out what the value, where's the value in that. It's kind of like, remember I was telling you earlier today? Like a guy or a girl tries to date someone, right?
Right.
And they're like, come on, let's go to the movies. And the girl's like, no. Come on, let's go to the movies. No. Let's go eat. Let's go have dinner or whatever, some activity. Most than not, it's not just that the girl is not into the person. The intuitive part of you knows that if you spend so much time with this person, you're going to start finding the good stuff about the person.
Right.
And you're going to create a connection. Proximity. And people are afraid of creating a connection. So they're going to push back.
Right.
For as long as they can in the beginning. And this is another message for those of you trying to market. You got to push through the noise. People don't want you to market. People actually don't want you to keep going. People will criticize you. In criticizing you, they will it's an attempt to get you to stop.
Right.
To get you to stop the effort. Really, it comes in a form. This is one of the things that I learned. I didn't come up with this. I learned this from a mentor. He said, look, every time you get criticized, they're not telling you to change or do better. They're telling you, please stop. Because what you're doing is what I should be doing. And you're reminding me that I should be doing that. And I need to get you to stop.
Right.
Because now I feel threatened. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. It's a weird little thing.
Right.
But it's it's very, once you step back, you realize it's obvious. It's obvious. So Mindset Mondays, guys. Today's Mindset Mondays, and I have not been on my best mindset this Monday.
But as we end this video, just remember, push through the noise. The criticism that you see is not as strong as the criticism you give yourself. And so you can withstand it, and you can push through, and you can power through and show your artwork and show whatever it is that you're trying to bring out to your collectors and clients.
I am my worst critic. Like, nothing people could say out there have said worse than what I've told myself.
But we are, it's that time to end our video.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Is it just because you're saying, or just... Guys, give us some hearts. Let us know what you thought. Post some comments. And I hope that you guys find any value here, because we're trying to record the process as we go, and it's not always easy. It's not always easy. It's not always peaches and cream. It's not always pretty.
Did you say peaches and cream? Because I was like obsessed with all the peaches and cream YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not always. It was in the back burner somewhere. It's not always peaches and cream. There is days that I wake up and I'm like, man. So I have to write my goals down, and I have to remind myself, because there's days that I wake up and I'm like, man, I really screwed up this time. Like arguing back with people on Facebook, it's not the thing to do. And I spend some time doing that. And, it's a learning curve. It's a learning curve for me, because I'm not used to going one-on-one sharing the videos.
Absolutely.
Right? Absolutely. I just post them on eBay. I'm on YouTube, and I just kind of let them float, right? I let them go.
Right.
And then I'll get back to people and whatnot. Sometimes I get a hater, but it's very rare. But I'm not used to being like, oh, guys, by the way, you guys are all artists. Here, let me share this with you. And I didn't understand the pushback from that. Because really, you're talking to a bunch of people who think they know, and many know, but many of them just think they know about design and
well, their focus, they're not, maybe their focus isn't sales, but like on creating artwork, on the tediousness of artwork.
Right. The donkey work, as I like to call it.
But we are going to take their advice today, and we are going to end the video now. So you got to say goodbye.
Goodbye, people. Goodbye.
Because they said our videos were too long, so we're going to try to shorten
whatever. I'm gonna make an 8-hour long video. Those of you who want to watch me for 8 hours, I'm gonna make a 1-minute video, a 30-second video maybe, and like an 8-hour video for those of you who really.
You're gonna hear me. They're just gonna hear us chit chatting.
No, like just massive value.
Got it. Okay.
Late again. Yes, Shanaz, I was late today. I woke up late because I spent hours arguing back on Facebook.
But the holiday weekend is over. We're back on the grind.
I think it was all that turkey.
And so we're all set. Oh.
2:30
well, thank you so much for watching us at 2:30 in the morning.
You.
Awesome.
So yeah, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys got any value out of this. And please remember, push
through the noise. Fight past your fear of criticism.
Yeah. Criticism is always going to be there. You just got to,
push back. All right, guys.
Adios.
Have a good day.